Good evening. Welcome to Twilight Talks. This is
Tyler Kelly.
And I am
Brian Reagan.
Amazing. We know each other's names. It's always a good start. Tonight we are in Matthew chapter 24, and we close out Matthew 24, beginning at verse 45 and going on down through verse 51. And Tyler, if you don't mind reading that.
Who then is a faithful and wise servant, whom his master made ruler over his household, to give them food in due season? Blessed is that servant whom his master, when he comes, will find so doing. Assuredly I say to you that he will make him ruler over all his goods. But if that evil servant says in his heart, My master is delaying his coming, and begins to beat his fellow servants and to eat and drink with the drunkards, the master of that servant will come on a day that he is not looking for him, and at an hour that he is not aware of, and will cut him in two, and appoint with him his portion with the hypocrites. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
All right. And this is the concluding thought about no one knows the day or the hour. The simple fact is, and we could read the parallel accounts, Jesus gave his disciples, his apostles, his church a job to do. And he's given different positions of leadership and authority in the church, but he's also given authority to the church just in general where the world is concerned. And Jesus points out the thing that, if you think that Jesus isn't coming today, so today you're going to live wild and crazy, Jesus says you better watch out because you don't know when I'm coming back. And as you look at verse 51, that the master of that servant will come on a day when he's not looking, at an hour that he's not aware of, and will cut him in two and appoint his portion with the hypocrites. And there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Now, Jesus is obviously speaking with, I'm not going to say exaggerated, but strong language to make a point here. Because generally, after you've been cut in half, you don't have weeping and gnashing of teeth. The portion of hypocrites, the portion of this, Jesus' point is, it's going to be really, 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 really bad. You say, no, being cut in two is bad enough. Then your portion is with the hypocrites. Well, that's even worse. And then on top of that, there's weeping and gnashing of teeth. And you say, what exactly is gnashing of teeth? Do you know what gnashing of teeth is, Tyler? Oh, yeah, no, it's worse than that. If you've ever had a problem with tooth grinding when you sleep, if you've ever busted a tooth because you clamped down so hard that you started breaking your own teeth, that's gnashing. Some of y'all remember the old Western movies where they're like, hey, we gotta dig this bullet out of Slim's leg. Better give him something to bite on. And they'd give him a piece of wood that was soft enough that it wouldn't damage his teeth, ideally, but still was hard enough that he couldn't bite all the way through it. Or they gave him a leather strap. Someone, here's my belt that I've been using to whip cows with. Put it in your mouth, Slim. Because what? The pain sometimes was so great that people would clamp down with their jaws and literally break their own teeth. That's what gnashing of teeth is. You say, brother, that sounds really, 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 really bad. That's the point. Man, you've been yawning all day.
I know.
Is Tuesday that rough for you?
Yes.
Okay. But Wednesday you'll be more energized?
Probably.
Okay. But the opposite is also true. If you do what the Lord says, when the Lord comes, he rewards you with prominence, with more responsibility, with great honor. Do you have some thoughts on this, my brother?
Like I said, and it also talks about the positiveness of the servant who actually does what his servant or what his master asks him to do. Because like it said, you don't know when the master's coming back, so are you setting the right example by doing your work the whole time? Or are you trying to fake it the last minute? Like, oh, see, look at what I did, all this stuff 5 minutes ago, right before I saw you come over the horizon. I was like, oh, garbage, I gotta get everything else done literally right before you get here, but this servant's been working the whole time, waiting for his master to come back.
And, I don't know about you, Tyler. On one hand, I don't mind when my, quote, bosses come into the office, because I'm doing my work. It don't matter to me. Oddly enough, the thing that agitates me is when my bosses just drop by and it interrupts my day of work. Now, to my bosses, no, please feel free to drop by anytime that you feel convenient. Is it always better though if they schedule a time? Sure. The point being, I don't care if they walk in to try and find out whether or not I'm doing my work, because guess what? I'm doing my job. I'm doing my work. If I'm not here, chances are, maybe at a hospital, maybe doing a home Bible study, or might be out walking the town praying over streets and praying over households as we walk or something. Tyler goes on those with me sometimes. It's easier just to do it because I know this. When you see the master pull up in the driveway, that is not the time to hope that you've got everything ready to go. But if you're already good to go and you're taking care of business, it's like, oh, the master's here. Okay, cool. I want to encourage brothers and sisters, if that's not where you're living your Christian life, various times in my own life, that's not where I've been. Maybe that's not where you are. I want to encourage you, make the change. Make the change. So that you can be like, I don't mind that the master's coming today. It's all good. It's all good. So, we will see you tomorrow morning, Lord willing. Remember, stay safe, be wise where you travel during this period of tumultuousness. Do keep our elected officials in prayers. All the stuff that 1 Timothy 2 says about what we're supposed to be praying for. I want to encourage you, before you go to bed tonight, read 1 Timothy 2 verses 1 through 5, and make sure that you focus some of your prayers that way when you go to bed tonight. We love you. Have a good night, brothers and sisters and friends.